Hey loves! I want to talk to you today about what can happen when we think that we have to do something in order to be loved or get loved or be worthy of love, and how that can show up in your body, how it can show up in your relationship, and how it can cause a lot of hurt and harm and confusion inside of your head and the way that you show up for life. If we haven't met yet, my name is Taria. I'm so happy to be here with you. I am your rewilding coach in all things turn on and love. So this is something that I see all of the time. If you're coming from a background of feeling hurt or abandoned or any form of trauma from your childhood that made you believe that you had to do something in order to be loved. Maybe that was you had to be really funny in order to be loved and get attention, or maybe it was you had to be really loud or be really quiet in order to get loved. And sometimes it's I have to have sex in order to get loved and have attention. So this is really common as a child to want to be loved. And if you're not getting love, you're going to do whatever you need to do in order to get that, which is survival. And, I'm not like here to make anything wrong, but a lot of times our parents just aren't able to give us what we need, or they are giving it in a way that ends up causing a lot of hurt in the future. And so what is super important when you come into your adulthood and you're trying to have healthy relationships with yourself and with another person is to come back into the sense of wholeness already, to start to notice, am I doing this because I am trying to be loved? Okay. And if I am, can I instead come from a space of desire and because I want to, and because I know that I am whole and loved already. And I know that's not as easy as I'm saying it and making it mean. But it is very, very important for you to know that you are so lovable and whole and already loved, and you don't need to do anything in order to be loved. And as soon as you begin to enmesh getting loved with other things, such as having sex, I need to have sex in order to be loved. I need to be funny in order to be loved. I need to perform and do all of this for my partner, for my family, or for my work in order to be loved. Then it's going to actually cause a lot of hurt, and you're going to close up inside and start doing things that don't feel comfortable to you, or crossing your own boundaries. Or maybe you don't even have boundaries, because having boundaries is what also holds you back from feeling love, or at least that's what you've been telling yourself or been taught. And so I want to stand here and invite you into receiving love from a space of wholeness. So what that would look like is telling yourself each and every day, I am loved, I am loved. And having the strength to choose what you want in your life from a space of wholeness, instead of choosing it from a space of I have to prove myself, or I have to do this thing in order to be loved. What happens usually when we come from that place is we end up getting hurt even more. We end up saying yes to something when we actually wanted to say no, and it causes our body, our heart, and soul deep pain and suffering, and it adds on to this feeling of not being lovable and not being worthy of love. So by stopping that cycle, by saying no, and choosing love already and not waiting for anything or not having to do anything, but choosing love already instead, is going to create new experiences and new patterns of wholeness and fulfillment in your life and your relationship, where instead you're going to be having sex with your partner from a space of desire and want and excitement. And you're going to be making choices and decisions and having conversations from a space of desire and safety. And you're going to have a lot more freedom. Your body's going to feel so much more aliveness. Your body's going to feel so much more relaxed and excited and wanting to just do things because you want to, not because you have to prove yourself. And your body and mind are going to feel a lot healthier. There's going to be a lot easier flow of energy and conversations and interactions with your partner or with whatever it is that you're interacting with. And this is super, super, super vital in rewiring your nervous system and teaching your nervous system that it doesn't have to do that anymore. You're not in survival mode anymore. You're actually trying to step into thriving. And that's what we're doing here today, is moving from survival mode that is keeping you stuck because it doesn't even realize that you're not in survival mode anymore, that you don't need to be in fight or flight or fawn or freeze, but you can actually create a space of aliveness and thriving from a space of safety in the life that you're in now. And you have that choice. So what we're doing is switching from old patterns of hurt, thinking that this is how you have to be loved or have safety and security. We're switching from these old patterns into new patterns and choosing, I am loved, I am safe, and from here I can thrive, from here I can get my desires in my relationship. And when you come from that space, you're going to have a way different reaction. You're going to have a way different outcome. Your partner's going to react differently. You're going to have different intimate experiences. And I'm not here to say like one's right or wrong, but one definitely has a more easeful, loving, relaxed flow to it. It feels more natural, whereas coming from a space of fear and in old patterns and wounds is going to have a lot more exhaustion and hurt and sort of like tension energy around it. And can cause a lot more suffering. So here I want to create more space for you, more freedom, more aliveness, more sense of self and empowerment and love, and knowing that whatever you do, you just get to do it because it feels good, and not coming from a space of I have to do this or else I'm going to be alone, I'm going to be hurt, I'm going to be abandoned. And not being afraid to face those things because you trust that you've got this, because you are whole and you are loved. Yay. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you want to learn more tools on how to be with this is life-changing stuff. It is how I overcame deep feelings of hurt and fear and abandonment and started trusting myself again and started coming from a space of choosing because I desired and wanted to, instead of coming out into the world or into my relationship from a place of fear and from a place of insecurity and sort of little kid energy. The difference is like the little kid hurt energy versus the like empowered, like queen, goddess, king energy. So if you have any questions, let me know. Send me a message. Comment, what was your favorite frame? What are you experiencing or going through in your life that is relevant to this? And I'm here to support you and guide you and hold you through this so that you can keep stepping up and out of your old patterns so you can have all of your desires and all of the love from a space of wholeness and aliveness and feel sexy and good inside and all the yummy things. Loving you so much. You've got this. Mwah.